Work has a new shape this week. Benefits are being trimmed and measurement is expanding. Welcome to Paper Cut. Let's start with the perks rollback. When parental leave and other benefits get cut, employees do not experience it as admin. They experience it as a change to the deal. Even if the package remains competitive, direction matters. People remember what got taken away more clearly than what still exists. This is where employer brand gets real. A benefits cut can be survivable. A sloppy explanation is not. If leaders talk like they're rearranging furniture while employees are recalculating childcare and budgets, the gap turns into resentment fast. The workplace AI conversation has shifted. Adoption is no longer just encouraged. It is increasingly tracked, scored, and treated like proof. Once that happens, behavior changes. People do what is visible. They avoid what is risky. They optimize for whatever the dashboard rewards. You get activity, but not necessarily better work. Monitoring amplifies this. When employees believe their activity is being captured, even if it's framed as training data and not performance management, work stops feeling neutral. It creates a second job. Managing your trace, avoiding misinterpretation, and proving compliance. If the goal is better work, then the measurement has to match the goal. Otherwise, the score becomes the job. Early career workers are feeling the squeeze first. A meaningful share of recent grads say they're overqualified. That is what happens when entry-level routes narrow while expectations inflate. People land below their capability, and the frustration starts early. At the same time, the market is splitting. Some roles get leverage from AI and become more valuable. Others get compressed into oversight and cleanup. People respond in predictable ways. They pivot. They chase safer paths. They pick credentials that buy time. They look for trades and practical routes that feel less fragile. If you are an employer who actually wants early career talent, this is where you either provide a pathway or you quietly lose the next generation to someone who does. When leaders downplay discontent, HR becomes the face of decisions it did not make. When DEI becomes politically sensitive, HR gets told to go quiet while still being expected to deliver outcomes. When lawsuits allege extreme HR misconduct, the reputational bill lands on the whole function. This is why CHRO scorecards and KPIs are evolving. The job is less about programs and more about system performance. Accountability, escalation routes, leader behavior, and trust in process. Employer brand lives inside those systems, not above them. Layoffs and restructures keep shaping the market's emotional weather. When companies talk about efficiency and AI transformation in the same breath, employees assume the conclusion, even if the official story is more complicated. That changes behavior. People become cautious. Candidates get skeptical. Every new policy is interpreted through a reduction lens. This week isn't about whether AI works. It's about what organizations do when they want the upside quickly. They cut benefits, they track behavior, and they ask HR to absorb the blowback. You can do all of that and still be a credible employer, but only if the rules are clear, the incentives are fair, and the system is honest. Otherwise, you don't get higher performance. You get lower trust and a workforce that learns to perform the scorecard instead of the job. Thanks for tuning in to Paper Cut. Don't let Monday catch you off guard. Subscribe now. See you next week.